Irish Millie is wasted. Brobdingnagian Bards are in love with alcohol. And the Gothard Sisters will send you down the road with a smile. Every song has a story worth telling. We've got a full spectrum from rowdy to reverent. Pull up a stool. This is Pub Songs and Stories number 313. It's St. Patrick's Day in the pub.
They knock at the door and ring at the bell, saying, "Oh, my true love, are you well?" Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Johnny Morrissey said she'll die if she doesn't get the fellow with the roving eye. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's Bella, Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please, won't you tell me who is she? From the sky, she's as sweet as apple pie, and she'll get her on that by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell her mom till she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for it's our money that she loves still. She's handsome, she is pretty, she's Bella, Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please, would you tell me who is she? She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please, won't you tell me who is she? She's handsome, she is pretty, she's Bella, Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please, won't you tell me who is she? She's handsome, she is pretty, she's Bella, Belfast City. She's courting 1, 2, 3. Please, won't you tell me who is she?
Welcome to Pub Songs and Stories. Every song has a story. Every episode is a toast to Celtic and folk songwriters. Discover the stories behind the songs from the heart of the Celtic pub scene. I am your bard, Marc Gunn, and also host of the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. And we got some St. Patrick's Day shows coming up over there as well at CelticMusicPodcast.com. If you're new to the show, please follow us. You can do that at pubsong.com or just send me an email, follow@celtfather.net. We kicked off the show with a track that I am so excited about. That was May Will Bloom. May Will Bloom is my band with my daughter and my youngest daughter, and gosh, her voice just sounds so good. In my humble opinion, I was really blown away by this. We did a single of Star of the County Down a few months back, and it was fantastic there, but I was like, yeah, there's some things that need work. And this time she sat down. When she got in the studio, she was like focused. She was like, I don't like that. And I'm like, no, it's good. I liked it. And she's like, no. and so I followed her, we did 20, 30 takes of some of the pieces in it until she got what she liked. And I was so proud of her. And you can tell the results. We're going to release that as a single in the days to come. So keep an eye open on all the sites. I don't know exactly where I'm going to, that's a good question. So if you want to listen to it or you want to download it, actually, you can go to maywillbloom.com. I think that URL now works. Or, well, I thought it did. Checking the link, it didn't. But it will take you over to Patreon if I ever get it working. Go to patreon.com/maywillbloom. You can follow the band and download the single, or you can wait for it when it comes out on streaming and everywhere. So whatever you like. But keep an ear open for that. I love it. So I hope you did too. May Will Bloom is performing at the Irish and Celtic Music Podfest and Arts Market, which probably you're not going to be able to make it to the very first one, because that's going to be happening this Sunday. It's Thursday before the event. So just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm sure we did spectacular. Who knows? But I'm really excited. If you didn't get to hear about it, I put together a Celtic festival inspired by the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I finally put this festival together. I have Kinfolk and the Muckers are performing, plus I'll be there, and May Will Bloom. Again, my song with my daughter. Oh, and speaking of which, well, maybe I should. I'm getting ahead of myself. But May Will Bloom has another gig for those in Texas. Stay tuned for that. I'll tell you about it in a sec. Meantime, let me update what's been going on of recent. So, first off, I had a spectacular show at the Maggie McGuinness Pub in Huntsville, Alabama. If you didn't hear about this thing, I've talked about it many times over the years. I'm sure there's a podcast about this little quote-unquote pub. Basically, there's a family who in Huntsville, Alabama, who they turned their basement into an Irish pub, or at least it looks like an Irish pub. It has all the, the decorations. They have a bar. Now it's BYOB. They don't sell anything there because it's really basically a house concert, but it looks really cool. And it's got a great energy. I was chatting with Michael after the show, and we were talking about what I love about playing there is that there's this great energy in the room. It just has a lot of dynamics. I don't have to play amplified, so it's all acoustic, and yet people can, as far as I can tell, they can hear, they can sing along, and everyone has a raucous, fun time. So I had another great show at the Maggie McGuinness, and I'll hopefully we'll be doing it again next February. I highly recommend it. You don't have to be from Huntsville to go see it. In fact, Jan and Jim, hey, how y'all doing? They drove in from Texas. So it happens now and then. So I hope you can make it in the future. So February was February album writing month, and one of my goals was to basically complete an album. I was unsuccessful. To say the least. It's okay though, because it definitely got me in the mindset. So basically my mom came in town, the kids have a February break. It's all over the place. So I decided I was going to take a little bit more time, and my goal of course wasn't necessarily to write an entire album. It was just to write more songs, hopefully even a lot more songs. And that's still going to be my goal going forward. I'm trying to write a new song every week. Again, the past month has not been great, but I'm still working on stuff. That's actually one of the things that struck me though, actually, is that on the one hand, yes, I want to write a new song every week, but that's not always how it works out. Because some days I spend my studio day, which is currently Tuesdays, I spend it doing other things like recording that single, getting everything recorded with Inara. I recorded basically while she recorded her vocals on top of what I'd already laid, and then I recorded all the instrumentation on that track, the bowrun, the guitar, and it came off great, and I felt like I felt growth. Let's say that. I felt like I was growing as a musician. Because here's something crazy. So if you listen to the guitar on there is a guitar on there, and that is me playing it. And, I'm not spectacular, but I did, moment by moment throughout the song, I came up with a little lick that I was going to play, and I played it. And how cool is that? I mean, I know a lot of musicians do that all the time, but typically I always get overwhelmed with doing more than just me and the auto harp, which is one of the reasons why I've spent a lot of time hiring musicians, which, they're good. They're really good at their instruments. So, it makes a lot of sense, but still it was rewarding. And that's definitely, it got me also away from staring at my computer, which is one of the other things that I'm starting to get into my mindset. I'm trying to always trying to rework how to spend less time staring at my computer and doing some projects that, activate my brain and not dim my brain. Yes, I am still making, the short videos for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, the primary places that I post those. And I guess it shares over to Facebook as well. And those are going well. I feel like they've been really effective for promoting the Irish and Celtic Music PodFest, and we shall see how well that turns out. I've done a lot of promotion for that, and it's supposed to rain. Well, but overall, I've been really thrilled with that. So that's been going really well. But it has struck me this past month that when I spend too much time staring at a screen, not only do I find myself getting overly emotional about lots of things, but I also find myself spacing out a little bit more, not being present. And if you've heard my song Blink, well, then you know what I mean. So go check that. Go check out that song. I know there's a whole episode on that at pubsong.com. Speaking of podcasts, the latest episode of the Irish Celtic Music Podcast is Celtic Protest Songs. I was able to get the Dropkick Murphys for the podcast, and I was really excited to have them on the show. I decided I was not going to put them on this podcast because I think of this as more about folk songwriters, Celtic folk songwriters, as opposed to Celtic rock, the hard. So I'm reframing how I put things. And so that episode was the part of the inspiration because Dropkick Murphys were one of the first bands that I came across last year who was speaking out against the injustice that was being committed by the Trump administration. And I was so proud of them as a Celtic band that they were protesting in this fashion. They were doing it great. They had some really good videos. There's one video where he calls out a guy wearing a Trump hat at a show, and he says, "Hey, here's a thing. I'm gonna make you a bet, and you're gonna win no matter what. So here's the thing: you replace that hat. I want you to look at that hat, see where it's made. All of our stuff is made in America, and our hats and our shirts. And you're gonna get a hat and a shirt and $100." And all you have to do is read where your hat was made. And of course, the hat is made in China. Completely hypocritically against what the whole MAGA movement is about, and yet it's made in China. And so it was a wonderful little moment. But that was part of the start of when I got excited about doing an episode of Celtic Protest Songs. And it's not just protesting the Trump administration, though. I rant a lot on that episode, so go check it out. But I do a lot of ranting, but it's also a lot of different areas. Speaking out against the billionaires, the oligarchs who are trying to take over our country or have taken over our country. So it's a lot of fun. Go check it out again, CelticMusicPodcast.com. Finally, I am attempting to book gigs for St. Patrick's Day, but it's going to be a light year, and that's because it's on a Tuesday, which, that happens, and that's okay. But I am, speaking of which, upcoming shows, let's talk about that. You know what, let's play some music first. A lot of talking here. We're going to go... We talked about these protest songs. Here is Rogue Diplomats with Come Out Ye Black and Tans. It's from their album Whiskey Picnic.
I was born in a Dublin street where the loyal drums do beat, and those loving English feet, they tramped all over us. And every single night, when me da would come home tight, he'd invite the neighbours out with this right chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Hear you tell how you slandered great Parnell when you thought him well and truly persecuted. Where are the sneers and jeers that you proudly let us hear when our heroes of 16 were executed? Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come tell us how you slew those poor Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus, they had spears and bows and arrows. How bravely you faced one with your 16-pounder gun, and you frightened those poor natives to their marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Coming fast, and I think the days are near when each English yeoman he will kneel before us. And if there be a need, you know our kids will say Godspeed with a verse or two from Stephen Behan's chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wives how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra.
One of the things I particularly loved about the Celtic Protest episode was that I dug into a little bit of the history, particularly of Bloody Sunday in January 1972, when British forces attacked peacefully protesting civilians. I learned a little bit about it recently, and it was kind of horrifying, the similarities between our own authoritarian government that's doing the same thing and the British government of the 70s, which kind of sucks. And of course, the practices of the black and tans are notorious for similar sort of actions. In any case, upcoming shows. This Thursday, March 12th, I will be on Bandcamp with a St. Patrick's Day music party. Now, it is listed as a free show. I decided I was going to make it free because the last show I did ran into some technical issues, and I still don't know if those were Bandcamp issues or if they were my internet at home issues. I don't know. So I decided to make this one free because I felt bad about that. But I am asking for a recommended donation of $15 if you are so kind and generous to do that. That does help me, makes the time available. So when my family is hiding in the house in the back and I'm playing these songs and singing at the top of my lungs, I can grant them the knowledge that at least I'm making a living by doing it. So that's one of the things that I do ask, if you're able to do it. But if you just want to show up and watch the show for free, you can do that. Now, there is an RSVP, so go over there and you'll get notified when the show happens. Again, that's Thursday, March 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern. April 4th through 11th, I am going to Sherwood Forest Fair in Paige, Texas. Apparently, it just started this past weekend. I talked to Andrew. He said everything went great. Had a wonderful time, though it was a little warmer than normal. I'm hoping it will not be that warm, but I'm sure it will be by the time I get there. There will be a Brobdingnagian Bards show once a day, and there will be a May Will Bloom show once a day. And then, of course, I'm going to do a couple of the shows, probably Hobbit drinking songs, and I don't know what else. But stay tuned for that. April 17th through 19th, I'll be at JordanCon here in Atlanta. April 24th through 26th is StellarFest here in Atlanta. April 25th, which is the night of StellarFest, I'm going to race out of that festival and head down to Avondale Estates to play at the Lost Druid Brewery. And of course, May 30th, I'll be at the Lost Druid as well. I am scheduled to be at Gen Con this year, and I don't know if DragonCon is confirmed, but probably will be, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, it is time for the story of Love Song to Alcohol, or at least what I can share of it, because the song was not written just by me. It was also written by Andrew McKee, my partner with Brobdingnagian Bards. We have a new album out. It's called Another Faire to Remember, and this is one of my favorites on the album. I think they're my 3 or 4 favorites that I absolutely love on that album. Love Song to Alcohol, Mushrooms, I'm Coming Home, and Mother's Blood, I think, are my 4 favorite songs on that album. The album is already doing really well over on Spotify, but I'm also pleased to say that it's also has sold fairly well too, because, you know, CDs and album pens, that's ultimately how musicians make their money. So thank you. This song was written, I think it was about 2022 at ALEP, A Long Expected Party. That's the Hobbit gathering I do in Shakertown every 3 years. Whenever you hear me introduced Don't Go Drinking with Hobbits, I usually mention ALEP. Andrew was back that year, and it might have been after one of the dances. We were sitting down and working on music, and my mind was on creating a new Brobdingnagian Bards album. And so we jokingly came up with an idea of a love song to alcohol. I started writing the music and the melody almost immediately, and when I showed it to Andrew, shortly after, together, we ended up finishing up the chorus, which is the integral part of the song, because this is our love song to alcohol. Which one do you prefer? I should point out that at that point in time, people shout, them all! That was started at ALEP too. I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was the Elves or Matt, but I remember someone started yelling that, and it was like, well, that's just kind of fantastic. Is it bitter or sweet, smoky or neat, the best that you've tasted, or taste just like feet? Totally Andrew McKee line. Andrew's sometimes fantastic at comedy, and he really pulled that rhyme off beautifully. Is it made from potatoes or flavored from peat? And it's our love song to alcohol. I absolutely love how this song ended up coming together. From there, it is a traditional Renaissance Festival improv song. This was actually one of my goals, because one of our most popular songs was If I Had a Million Ducats, which originally we wrote as just these are the lyrics, but we started improvising in that song, and all the improv stuff just made it so much fun. I was like, we need another improv song, another song where we can just work the art of goofing off in the middle of a song. And so each verse, we say which is our favorite type of alcohol, and then try to make it funny. Sometimes it turns into not just funny, it also turns into lascivious. but the recorded version is just, there's a lot of just funny lines. I do particularly love playing it live, though, because then we get to, and with Andrew, no less, because sometimes, you know, by myself, when it comes to improving, I will sometimes fall flat, but Andrew usually catches the slack when we're performing together. One of the great things about performing with him. We had a lot of great people who performed on the songs. We asked people to, you know, send in some vocals, and got some stuff back from James Smith, Stan Douglas, Colin Duckworth, Jim and Debbie Reagan, Carl Naylor, Duncan Howard, Rex Howard, Matt Laney, Scott Woolridge, Susan Fox, and Beth Patterson. Big thanks to all those folks who provided their background on 3 songs, in fact. When we came up with Another Faire to Remember as our album title, and wanting to write a song much like A Faire to Remember, which was the design of the album was, we're going to do these are the top 10 most popular Renaissance Festival songs. That was the original one. And then some of our favorites that we have fallen in love with. And the idea was to do the same thing with Another Faire to Remember. These are a whole bunch more, 10 more super popular Renaissance Festival songs. And then again, some originals. But definitely this song and Mushrooms, I feel like both have the potential for capturing the hearts and minds of Renaissance Festival musicians. And I'm hoping that will be the case into the future. If you want to get a copy of Another Faire to Remember, you can head on over to thebards.net. You'll find a link to our Bandcamp page, the band's Bandcamp page. Go check that out. All right, let's listen to Love Song to Alcohol, again, from Another Faire to Remember.
This is our love song to alcohol. Which one do you prefer? Is it bitter or sweet, smoky or neat? The best that you've tasted or tastes just like feet? Is it made from potatoes or flavored from peat? It's our love song to alcohol.
My favorite drink is Guinness.
So fill my glass to the rim.
I could drink it from cork to Innis.
My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends, and we'll drink till the new day begins.
My favorite drink is whiskey, so fill my glass to the rim. When I drink it, I get a bit frisky. My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends, and we'll drink till the new day begins. This is our love song to alcohol. Which one do you prefer? Is it bitter or sweet, smoky or neat? The best that you've tasted or tastes just like feet? Is it made from potatoes or flavored from peat? It's our love song to alcohol.
My favorite drink is wine, so fill my glass to the rim. I could drink it all the time. My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends,
and we'll drink till the new day begins. My favorite drink is mead, so fill my glass to the rim. When I drink it, I reduce it and I make it about me. My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends, and we'll drink till the new day begins. This is our love song to alcohol. Which one do you prefer? Is it bitter or sweet, smoky or neat? The best that you've tasted or tastes just like feet? Is it made from potatoes or flavored from peat? It's our love song to alcohol.
My favorite drink is rum, so fill my glass to the rim. When I drink it, I become even more of a son of a gun. My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends,
and we'll drink till the new day begins. My favorite drink is absinthe, so fill my glass to the rim. When I drink it, my mind just gets absent. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh, drinks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends, and we'll drink till the new day begins. This is our love song to alcohol. Which one do you prefer? Is it bitter or sweet, smoky or neat? The best that you've tasted or tastes just like feet? Is it made from potatoes or flavored from peat? It's our love song to alcohol.
My favorite drink is grappa, so fill my glass to the rim. When I drink it, I just can't stop, My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends,
and we'll drink till the new day begins. My favorite drink is cognac, so fill my glass to the rim. After absinthe, I just get my brain back. My cheeks will start glowing, my confidence growing. I'll pass out with all of my friends, and we'll drink till the new day begins. This is our love song to alcohol. Which one do you prefer? Is it bitter or sweet, smoky or neat? The best that you've tasted or tastes just like feet? Is it made from potatoes or flavored from peat? It's our love song to alcohol. It's our love song to alcohol. Let's go get a drink.
Today's show is brought to you by Celtic Invasion Vacations. Every year I take a small group of people on a relaxing adventure to one of the Celtic nations. We don't see everything. Instead, we stay in one area. We get to know the region through its culture, history, and legends. You can join me with an auditory and visual adventure through podcasts, blogs, videos, and photos. Sign up to the Celtic Invasion Vacations mailing list at CelticInvasion.com. So this summer we're going to Galicia, as you hopefully will know. That trip is all booked up, and I'm starting to plan on what's going to be happening in 2027. Originally, I was thinking about heading back towards Galway, but something hit me the other day, which was it was the lack of ability to move easily. As I get older, I had hip surgery last year, and it struck me, what I really need to do is if I want to go hiking, do some incredible hiking, I should do that sooner rather than later. So 2027, I'm tentatively, haven't solidified anything, but I'm looking at the Isle of Skye in Scotland, maybe Oban and the Isle of Skye, but I want to do some hiking. There's some great places to go hiking around, and I'm hoping to do some of that. So I hope you'll come join me. Big thanks to our gun runners on Patreon. The ads on this podcast pay for some of the hosting and editing, but my time producing the show is paid for by you. Thank you so much. You are the reason I'm still making music, telling stories, and showing up month after month. Patreon is how modern, independent musicians thrive and survive. Album pens and CDs help get me on the road and in front of active audiences, but my day-to-day livelihood, the time it takes to write, record, podcast, film, and share, comes directly from patrons of the arts. As we continue into a new year, Patreon is where everything comes together. Patrons receive a brand new song download every month. These are exclusive tracks you won't find anywhere else, works in progress, experiments, finished songs that come straight from my creative desk to you. Sometimes it might even be cover songs, but you'll also get regular updates when there's news to share, behind the scenes blogs, short and long form videos, and access to a growing archive of bootleg concert recordings and special performances. You can get all that for as little as $5 per month. That small commitment adds up to real stability. It buys time to write songs. It funds recording and production. It keeps the creative engine running without chasing algorithms or trends. And if supporting financially isn't possible right now, that's okay too. You can still join Patreon for free and receive regular updates, thoughts, and stories as they happen. Being part of the community matters, whether you're pledging or simply listening along. Patreon isn't just support, it's collaboration. It's how these songs, podcasts, and ideas exist at all. If you'd like more details, again, send an email to follow@keltfather.net. Let me know how you're doing, where you're listening, why you're listening. I'd love to have you along for the journey. Oh, look, I just found this commentary that I did, recorded after reading a blog post, and I thought I wanted to share this as well. So here is, thank you for what you did for us. I read a really cool blog on January 30th. It looks like it came out. It was written by Carsey Blant, and it's called On Being Brave. I just want to read you a little snippet because it really struck me as an important difference, especially in these troubling times. She wrote, since returning from the flotilla, people have been coming up to me to say, "You are so brave." Or that's what they say in the U.S. In Ireland, they say, "Thank you for what you did for us." Do you hear the difference? The first one makes me feel like a tiger in a zoo, beautiful, terrifying alien. The second one makes me feel like a comrade or a neighbor. This is one of those moments when I was struck by that saying, because, and that's in part because I wrote a song at the end of January. It was called Four Lights. I played it in the last episode of the podcast, and I noticed when I wrote that song a progression, a change in how I do things, and to some degree it was all about bravery, but it started off with a little bit of cowardice, a little bit of not being there for others, more of the "you are so brave" and less of the "thank you for what you did for us." Because it is a change in perspective. And for me, when I wrote Four Lights, I wrote it because I had seen other musicians that were, in my opinion, thank you for what they did for me, I guess I could say. In particular, Monrovia, but he doesn't stand alone on that. It was a long progression. The Dropkick Murphys and many more. They all had bravery, but I guess I'm grateful to them for what they did for me, for what they did for us, for standing up to authoritarianism, standing up to injustice. And those are the things that I read, why this article resonated with me. Another line that she wrote in here was, "On my less charitable days in various coffee shops and airports, I have been tempted to yell, 'You're welcome, now it's your turn.'" And I guess what I want to say is that it is scary standing up for what is right, but it's necessary. It's the only way we can fix our once great country. It's by standing up for what is right, not for partisanship, but what is right and what is good. So I hope next time you see someone who does something brave, you think about that and you say, "Thank you for what you did for me, for us." Irish Millie is up next. She's a new artist to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, and I'm enjoying her songs and tunes. But this is her song Wasted from her album Between Then and Now.
Thinking about how much I've been missing you and Dad in the morning back home. I don't think I ever got it. You're my key when I lost it. Too busy wondering what I'd be. Sometimes when I stick my whole hand in my pocket, I think of the lint from the dryer, the socks, and thinking of all of the words I have read, but forgetting all of the times that you said when you're wasted, all alone on the side of the road. Just know that I'll be there for you when I'm gone down a lane and you feel I'm far away. Just know that I'll be there for you. Couldn't wait to walk away from every single day in the house with that big red door, with my hopes and my dreams and my love and my way. She said, if you love me, you won't stay. Sometimes when I think of untaping the boxes, I think of the lint from the dryer, the socks, and wondering about when I could finally walk away. I neglected to hear all the times you would say when you're wasted, all alone on the side of the road. Just know that I'll be there for you when I'm gone down a lane and you feel I'm far away. Just know I'll be there for you. Sometimes when I think about handing my locks in, I think of the lint from the dryer, the socks, and wondering about why they left me at 88. So I picked up the phone so you could hear me say, Mom, I'm wasted, all alone on the side of the road. And I feel like coming home, but in the big blue sky you are.
it is time for a quest and chorus with the Gothard Sisters. They have a brand new album out. It's called Moment in Time. The Gothard Sisters are three sisters, Greta, Willow, and Solana. They are contemporary Celtic folk multi-instrumentalist composers, performers, and songwriters, blending Celtic folk, world, classical, and new age musical influences. The Gothard Sisters bring songs to life with violin, acoustic guitar, mandolin, ballroom, djembe, whistle, and vocal harmonies, creating music that is vivid, inspirational, and captivating. Raised and homeschooled by artists in the Pacific Northwest, the Gothard Sisters grew up immersed in nature, imaginative play, and traditional folk and classical music. Their music takes inspiration from folk music traditions around the world, timeless stories, new age and classical records, and nature itself. Writing, performing near their home in the Pacific Northwest, the band has released 11 albums and performed over 2,000 live shows over the course of their career. And they got on the podcast, 2009, 2010, the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. And I've just seen them blossom and grow every year. And I just absolutely love what they have done. I got to sit down with them for an interview on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. You can listen to that episode. It is I think it was in December 2025. If you want to go check it out, I would highly recommend it. There's a link to that show, number 737, in the show notes, along with a few episodes, podcast episodes that I've done talking about them, including one with when they share some of their favorite Celtic musicians. They have a Hobbit playlist. Just is a lot of good stuff. Go check out the notes. Now, this is a quest and chorus, and what that means is that there is a secret word in this episode, in this interview, and your goal is to pay attention. And when you hear that word, then you follow the link in the show notes to unlock your secret reward. And there is a special gift that the Gothard Sisters have generously provided. All you have to do is go complete the quest. And the question I'm going to ask you is, in what country was their first big moment in time captured after the pandemic? Here's my interview with the Gothard Sisters. I am so excited. I get to talk with Greta of the Gothard Sisters. Not only did I just do an interview with Greta over on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, but I get to do another one. So welcome, Greta. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome and so excited to chat with you once again. Now, I want to get started. You have a brand new album out. It's called Moment in Time. And tell me a little bit about the album. And actually, let's back up a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the Gothard Sisters, who've been on my podcast for 15 years. Who are you and what do you do? Tell me about it.
Well, I'm Greta. I'm the oldest of the Gothard Sisters. The Gothard Sisters, we are a Celtic folk band based in the Pacific Northwest in the U.S. And we've been playing together now for almost 15 years. And we just released Moment in Time, which is our third all-original studio album. And yeah, we're really excited to be here.
And what was the inspiration for Moment in Time?
Moment in Time it's a collection of a bunch of different songs, but the theme kind of ended up being about time and kind of living in the moment and different moments. So that's where the name comes from, but it's also, the title track is called Moment in Time. So that was the name.
Awesome. And I know you've been traveling all around the world. Is there a moment in time that stands out? If you think of music as telling stories and creating pictures in our brains, which I know it does with me, what kind of place does this album capture that moment?
That's a good question.
It's a weird question, I know.
No, I think it's that's the theme of the album, though. It's about like little moments. It's the little moments, but also there can be some big ones. Like I mean, what came to mind when you were saying that was when we first got to start doing shows after the pandemic. And one of the first shows that we did in Japan was when the curtain came up and all the audience was there. And, you know, it had just been such a long time since I saw that many people together. And it was very touching moment. I almost started crying. I was like, oh, I miss this a lot, you know. So little things like that, you know, it's just those moments that are really special.
Now, this is is this your third or fourth album that's all original music?
I think this is the third. Yeah. So there's Midnight Sun, and then Dragonfly, and then now Moment in Time.
And Dragonfly, of course, is one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to listening to a lot more of this one. You've been writing some songs, and you're finding your inspiration. You found something for Moment in Time. And now you were going a little bit deeper into more songwriting. Where do you find your inspiration for songwriting?
That's a good question. I think it's interesting to have put out a album every 2 or 3 years or so. So this is really only the third album that I've been writing lyrics on. So I feel like I'm kind of figuring out what my writing process is, but it's always changing. I think for this album, I really started when I was trying to think of an idea. I was just thinking about what kinds of things have I experienced recently, and what am I thinking about all the time? What sort of ideas are really interesting to me? And usually, if you can find one that is like interesting enough that it won't go away, that's usually a good one. So yeah, I'll think about that. And then other times it's just like, I don't know, a cute animal or like a funny story or something that is inspiring, or a picture or a feeling or a color.
It seems like a very different way of writing songs, certainly from the way I pursue stuff, which is great. So why don't you share with me the story from the song that we're going to play for this album?
All right. Well, so this is Pub Songs. So this song is called See You Down the Road. And it's a song sort of in the style of like The Parting Glass and, you know, the final song that you sing at the end of the night. And this one was inspired kind of by friends who live far away. And you meet a lot of people, especially being a musician, touring musician, that don't live nearby, but they're very good friends. And you only see them every once in a while. Schedules can be very unpredictable when you're going to see somebody again. So this was basically, though, about that idea that some of these friends I will not see for a year or so, but then when you see them, you can kind of pick right back up again where you were. And it's about that. And so it's See You Down the Road. It means I know we'll meet again. I don't know when or how, but I look forward to seeing you again. That kind of idea.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again, or actually seeing y'all someday when we're out on the road. I have not never seen y'all perform live, and hopefully you'll either make it to Atlanta or I'll make it up in your direction one of these days.
It's crazy. This circuit is such a small circuit. It's crazy we have not crossed paths yet.
Yeah, I know. So let's play See You Down the Road from your brand new album, Moment in Time. This is the Gothard Sisters. You can find them at GothardSisters.com. Sorry, I'm laughing now because for the longest time you had, I think, GothardSisters.weebly.com.
Oh, yeah.
And for a while, Gothard Sisters redirected to GothardSisters.weebly. But now it's GothardSisters.com.
Yeah, finally figured out those domain names.
Well, I'm so happy you did, and so happy to share this album. If you want some great music, go check out the Gothard Sisters, as you'll hear on this track. Here they are.
Oh, when the daylight fades to twilight into night, I never pass the time so swiftly as I have with you tonight. When they've called out the closing, it's like no time has flown. And when the chance it comes to meet again, I'll see you down the road. Until we meet once again, my friend, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road.
darkness fades to dawning, dawning into sun. Whene'er I think of times together shared, I'll smile when day is done. And may the sun shine down upon you warm, without and warm within. And though the road be long and winding, oh, I know we'll meet again. Until we meet once again, my friend, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road. Until we meet once again, my friend, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road. Until we meet once again, my friend, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road. Whether it be so near or far away, I'll see you down the road.
Well, thank you so much for joining me once again on Pub Songs and Stories. My goal is to put this out every month, and 2 months of this year, success. It's not. I was hoping to have at least little parts that I would record throughout the month, and then I'd release those as well. It's just not happening. I don't know if it will happen, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. But nevertheless, I thank you so much for being here. I hope you go complete the quest. If you haven't done the whole Quest and Course 6-part series that I did, I highly recommend that as well. While you cannot get the super special reward from that, there is a big reward at the end for that quest as well. So go see if you can complete the quest. I hope you have a wonderful, safe St. Patrick's Day, a happy holiday month. You take care, and I look forward to being back again in April. It's going to be fun because that's about the time I'll be heading off to Sherwood Forest Fair. So we'll see how all that goes out, and maybe I'll get some stories or interviews or stuff while I'm in Texas as well. So thank you for listening to Pub Songs and Stories. This episode was edited by Mitchell Peterson. You can follow and listen to the show on my Patreon or wherever you find podcasts. Sign up to my mailing list to learn more about songs featured in this podcast and discover where and why I'm performing. Before we go, a quick reminder, caring about Celtic culture also means caring about the land that shaped it. The songs we love are born from fields, coasts, forests, and villages that depend on a healthy planet. Climate action doesn't have to be loud or perfect. It starts small. Walk when you can. Choose renewable energy if it's available to you. Support artists, farmers, and local businesses who care about the earth. Reduce waste. Reuse what you can. Leave a place better than you found it. When we protect the land, we protect the music, the stories, and the generations yet to sing. Sláinte, and thank you for listening. Join the Quest and Course and sing along at pubsong.com.